Alright, Pistons fans, so in today's video, we'll be talking about Isaiah Livers and Chris Smith.
Subscribe to Joe Polo 10.
Joe Dumars is the MVP.
Detroit basketball.
But before we get into all of that, please make sure you guys like this video. Today's like goal is 100 likes. Okay, so we have a quote here by Dwayne Casey. I'll put the image on the screen, and it says this. Dwayne Casey says they want to see and evaluate Isaiah Livers and Chris Smith for the remainder of the year. So let's talk about Chris Smith. He had an injury in college back when he played at UCLA, which is one of the reasons why he fell in the draft, so much to the point where he didn't even get drafted at all. And he has been in the G League for a short period of time this season. He's played in 14 games. He's a 6'9" forward, around 215 pounds, and he's currently averaging around 9 points and shooting 26% from the three-point line. And Chris Smith, he's just another two-way forward that you see pretty often in the NBA. You know, your Stanley Johnson, your Patrick Williams, your Saddiq Bey. You know, these two-way forwards, they come out a lot, and they're very similar in a lot of ways. They typically use their size and length to their advantage on defense, and then offensively, they come down the court and they shoot threes for the most part. They're known as 3-and-D type of players. So when it comes to Chris Smith, he fits the prototype of similar players that we've had on this Pistons team in the past. Just another typical two-way forward. And so far in the G League, I would say that he's played okay. He had one game, I believe he had around 26 points in that game, where he just came out of nowhere and looked really solid, showed off his handle, showed off his speed. So when it comes to Chris Smith, as Casey said, you know, we just need to evaluate him and see what he can do on the main roster. And then in terms of Isaiah Livers, he also had an injury back in college at Michigan. He had his surgery on April 2nd of 2021. And then he had this thing where he came back to the Detroit Pistons. I believe he played in one NBA game and then he played in one G League game. It was very odd. And then after that, we didn't see him play basketball again. And there was no explanation given as to why they randomly brought him back and then randomly just shafted him again. But here's the thing that really, you know, gets my mind thinking when it comes to Isaiah Livers. You know, originally he was projected to only miss 6 months from the injury, and when it came to recovery time, he was actually supposed to be back in October of 2021. Well, now it's February of 2022. He has missed 10 months, nearly 11 months of basketball. So, you know, when it comes to the injury and the recovery time, it was a lot worse than we once thought. It's around 4 months, you know, out of date, which is unfortunate for Isaiah Livers and the Pistons because, you know, during this stretch where the Pistons were losing games, you know, this could have been an opportunity for Livers to go out there and just try to prove himself. But regardless of all of that, I am happy that Isaiah Livers is back now. We're going to finally see him play some basketball. And I am expecting him to be extremely rusty when he first comes back because he hasn't seriously played basketball in nearly a year. But everything that I remember from him in college, you know, as a player, he was a very good three-point shooter. He was above 40% from the three-point line. He brought a lot of energy and a lot of toughness to that Michigan basketball team. And then also defensively, he can provide a lot for you as well. He's also 6'9", uses his height and length to his advantage on defense. So that's basically everything, man. Pistons fans, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Thank y'all for 4K, and I'm out.